You think you know what beauty means until you step into a Colombian street and realize your entire definition just changed forever. The women here move differently, smile differently, carry themselves with a confidence that seems built into the very air of this country. But here is what nobody tells you about Colombia. The beauty you see in its people is just the surface of something far deeper, something that will challenge everything you thought you knew about paradise. And by the end of this, you will understand why men from across the world are changing their entire lives for this place. But first, you need to know what you are really walking into, where Colombia actually sits on the map. Colombia occupies one of the most strategic positions in South America. It is the only South American nation with coastlines on both the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. Think about that for a moment. Two completely different oceanic worlds in one country. The nation sits in the northwestern corner of the continent, sharing borders with 5 countries: Venezuela and Brazil to the east, Peru and Ecuador to the south, and Panama to the northwest, which is actually Central America. This geographical position has shaped everything about Colombia. Its culture, its history, its people. The country covers over 1.1 million square kilometers, making it the 4th largest nation in South America. But size means nothing without variety, and Colombia has variety like almost nowhere else on Earth. The geography that will leave you speechless. The Andes Mountains split into 3 separate ranges as they enter Colombia from Ecuador. 3 distinct mountain chains running parallel through the heart of the country. Between these ranges sit valleys where cities have grown for centuries. Bogotá, the capital, sits at 2,640 meters above sea level. That is higher than most European mountains. You will feel it in your lungs the first few days. But then there is Cartagena, practically at sea level, where the humidity wraps around you like a warm blanket. The Amazon rainforest covers the southern third of Colombia. Yes, Colombia owns a massive chunk of the Amazon. Then you have the Llanos, endless plains that stretch toward Venezuela, where cowboys still live a life that seems pulled from another century. The coffee region, where mountains are covered in green gold. The Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, the world's highest coastal mountain range, rising from the Caribbean beaches to snow-capped peaks in just 42 kilometers. No other place on Earth does that. And here is something that will surprise you. Colombia has more bird species than any other country in the world. Over 1,900 species. Why does that matter? Because it shows you the sheer biological explosion of diversity in this land. Cities that define Colombia. Bogotá is not just a capital. It is a sprawling metropolis of over 8 million people where modern skyscrapers stand next to colonial churches that have been there for 400 years. The city has transformed itself dramatically in the past 2 decades. World-class restaurants, thriving nightlife, cultural centers, universities that attract students from across Latin America. But Bogotá shows you the intensity of Colombian urban life. Then you have Medellín. Everyone knows the dark history. But here is what matters now. Medellín has become the innovation capital of Colombia. The metro system, the cable cars connecting poor neighborhoods to the city center, the transformation of the most dangerous comunas into spaces of culture and opportunity. The city sits in a valley with perfect spring-like weather year-round. They call it the city of eternal spring for a reason. Temperatures around 22 to 24 degrees Celsius every single day. And the women of Medellín have a reputation that extends far beyond Colombia. You will understand why when you visit. Cali is the salsa capital of the world. Not of Colombia, of the world. The city breathes music. Then Cartagena, the jewel of the Caribbean coast. The old walled city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site where every corner looks like a movie set. But here is the catch. Tourism has discovered Cartagena, and prices reflect that reality. A nice dinner in the old city can cost you $40 to $60 or 35 to 55 euros per person. Still, walking those streets at sunset, the sea breeze cooling the evening air, the colonial architecture glowing in golden light, you understand why people call it magical. The women question everyone wants answered. Here is the truth that makes Colombia different. Colombian women have not just physical beauty, though that is undeniable. They have invested in themselves. Fitness culture is massive here. Gyms are everywhere and women use them seriously. Fashion matters. Appearance matters. But it goes deeper. There is a femininity in the culture that many Western countries have lost or actively discouraged. Women here are not apologetic about being feminine. They embrace it. They enhance it. And yes, cosmetic procedures are more common and more affordable here. A procedure that might cost $8,000 to $12,000 or €7,000 to €11,000 in the United States or Europe can cost half that in Colombia, sometimes less, with quality that rivals anywhere in the world. Medellín and Cali are famous for this. But here is what really matters for foreigners. Colombian women are generally more open to dating foreign men than in many other countries. Age gaps that would raise eyebrows in Europe or North America are more accepted here. A man in his 40s or 50s dating a woman in her 20s or 30s is not scandalous. It is normal. Does this mean every Colombian woman is looking for a foreign man? Absolutely not. Does it mean finding companionship as a foreign man is easier here than in many places? Yes, it does. The cultural dynamics simply work differently. What it actually costs to live here. A comfortable lifestyle in Colombia costs dramatically less than in most Western countries. In Medellín or Bogotá, you can rent a nice apartment in a good neighborhood for $500 to $800 or €450 to €750 per month. A meal at a decent restaurant runs $8 to $15 or €7 to €14. Local food at smaller places can cost $3 to $5 or €3 to €4.50. A beer at a bar is about $1.50 to $3 or €1.40 to €2.80. Healthcare is excellent and affordable. Many foreigners pay for private health insurance that costs $100 to $200 or €90 to €180 monthly and covers nearly everything. A doctor's visit without insurance might cost $30 to $50 or €27 to €45. Compare that to the United States. Transportation is cheap. Taxis and Uber are everywhere. A 20-minute Uber ride might cost $4 to $7 or €3.50 to €6.50. The cost of living allows a lifestyle that would require triple the income in most developed countries. The culture that will pull you in. Colombians are genuinely warm people. This is not a tourism slogan. The friendliness is real. People will start conversations with strangers. They will invite you to family gatherings after knowing you for a short time. But here is the deeper truth. Family is everything in Colombian culture. Multi-generational households are common. Sunday family lunches are sacred. This affects everything, including dating. If you date a Colombian woman seriously, her family will be part of that relationship. You cannot separate the two. Music and dance are woven into daily life. Salsa, cumbia, vallenato, reggaeton. Colombians do not just listen to music. They live it. If you cannot dance, you will learn, or you will sit on the sidelines at every social gathering. Coffee culture is different here than in Italy or France. Colombia produces some of the world's finest coffee, but Colombians traditionally drank the lower quality beans and exported the best. That is changing now. Specialty coffee shops are everywhere in major cities. You can drink coffee that wins international competitions for $2 to $3 or €1.80 to €2.70. Football is religion. When the national team plays, everything stops. Streets empty. Everyone watches. If Colombia scores, you will hear the entire neighborhood erupt. The safety question you need to understand. Yes, Colombia had a violent past. Everyone knows about Pablo Escobar and the drug cartels. But here is the current reality. Colombia today is not the Colombia of the 1980s and 1990s. The transformation has been remarkable. Major cities are generally safe if you use common sense. Do not flash expensive jewelry. Do not walk in sketchy neighborhoods at night. Do not get fall-down drunk in public. The same rules that apply in any major city anywhere. Bogotá, Medellín, Cali, Cartagena, these cities have areas that are perfectly safe and areas you should avoid. Locals will tell you which is which. Tourist areas are well policed. The bigger risk is petty theft, not violent crime. Pickpocketing happens. Phone snatching happens. Keep your awareness up. That said, rural areas can still be risky. The FARC peace deal changed much, but not everything. Some regions still have guerrilla or cartel presence. Stick to established tourist areas and you will be fine. Millions of tourists visit Colombia every year without incident. Is Colombia really paradise for foreigners? So here is the moment where we connect everything. Is Colombia really a paradise for foreigners? The answer depends entirely on what you are looking for. If you want a low cost of living with high quality of life, yes. If you want year-round good weather in cities like Medellín, yes. If you want to be surrounded by stunning women who are more open to foreign men, yes. If you want incredible food, vibrant culture, and friendly people, yes. But paradise has complications. The language barrier is real. Outside major tourist zones, English is rare. You will need Spanish to really live here, not just visit. The bureaucracy can be maddening. Getting visas, opening bank accounts, dealing with government offices, it tests patience. Internet can be unreliable outside major cities. If you work remotely, you need a backup plan. And despite the transformation, crime still exists. You need to stay aware. But thousands of foreign men have moved to Colombia and built lives here. They will tell you the benefits far outweigh the drawbacks. The lifestyle, the women, the culture, the cost, the weather. It adds up to something that feels like paradise, even if it is not perfect. And honestly, what paradise is actually perfect? The food that defines the experience. Colombian food is hearty and diverse. The bandeja paisa from the Medellín region is legendary. Beans, rice, ground meat, chicharrón, fried egg, plantain, avocado, and arepa all on one massive plate. You will not finish it. Ajiaco is a chicken and potato soup from Bogotá that somehow tastes like comfort in a bowl. Arepas are everywhere, the corn cakes that replace bread. Each region has its own version. The coastal food is different. More seafood, more coconut, more spice. Caribbean influence is strong. Ceviche here rivals Peru. Fried fish is everywhere. Patacons are smashed and fried plantains that become addictive. Fruit in Colombia deserves its own paragraph. The variety is absurd. Lulo, guanabana, maracuya, galupa, granadilla, zapote. Fruits you have never heard of that taste unlike anything else. Fresh juice stands are everywhere. For $1.50 to $2.50 or $1.40 to €2.30, you get fresh juice from fruits that do not exist in Europe or North America. The coffee is obvious, but the hot chocolate is a surprise. Thick, rich, often served with cheese that you melt in the cup. Sounds strange. It is delicious. Final thoughts. Colombia is not for everyone. It demands flexibility. It requires you to adapt. It will frustrate you sometimes. But for men seeking something different from the life they have known, Colombia offers possibilities that are increasingly rare in the modern world. The combination of affordability, beauty, culture, and opportunity creates something unique. This is why foreigners keep coming and many never leave. The country has emerged from its dark past and built something worth experiencing. The landscapes will amaze you. The culture will energize you. The women will captivate you. And the life you can build here might surprise you more than anything else. Colombia is not paradise, but for many foreign men, it is close enough. Share your thoughts with us. Now we want to hear from you. Which city or country are you watching this from right now? What surprised you most about what you just discovered about Colombia? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because we read every single one. And if this video gave you value, if you learned something new, if it opened your eyes to possibilities you had not considered, click that hype button and smash the like button. It is completely free and it helps this channel grow, so we can bring you more content like this. We genuinely appreciate you taking that second to support what we do here. And do not stop now. Click on one of the videos appearing on your screen right now to discover even more incredible curiosities about countries and cultures that might just change your perspective on life. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.